Hi guys, welcome back. We're back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing some trade views on some trades that we actually executed with our team. All right, so the first pair that we're going to look at is AUDCHF. As you can see, our analysis from this area, right, our bias was to see the market push down to this level right here. Why? Because if we can look at this had a very clear pattern. Remember, we trade the market maker cycle. All right, we trade the market maker cycle. So as you can see right here, we can clearly identify that we had a peak formation below this 800 EMA. Right, we had level 1, right, we had level 2, and we can identify a level 3. Right, and as you can see, this level 3 push happened on a Wednesday, right, which is a day which we expect mid-break reversals. As you can see, that is where we had the first leg, and then the second leg was given on Friday. And as you can see, the second leg had another second leg. So that's a nice peak formation right there. So as you can see, we already had, a day of drop, another day of drop. And as you can see, we're now expecting the third day of drop as this cycle completes. And this was a very good area for us to see the market push down to. Right, so as you can see, that's exactly what happened. Right, remember, we wanted to see the market move away from this area, right? And right now the market has pushed for over 100 pips plus, right? So that was one of the signals that we actually sent in our VIP signal channel, and we also shared the signal in our pub channel. So as you can see, this was the analysis that we gave our subscribers, and this was the signal, right? So this was a very good trade, as you can see, and we also shared this signal in our public channel, and as you can see, that signal definitely hit TP. Right, so that was the first one, right? In the second trade, we had NZDJPY, right? And the reason why we had executed this trade, or rather had this bias, as we wanted to see the market push down to this area, right? But always remember that you should always be ready for anything to happen in the market, right? But for this one, our target for this trade, we wanted to at least take our first take profit down here, right? Down here at this structure level. So as you can see, we had a nice structure right here, right? We had a break of structure, price moved back and broke more structure, right? Broke another structure right there, and also this structure on your left side, and price was now back at excuse me, that sell zone. So that was NZDJPY, and as you can see, this happened at this area, right? This was when we wanted to actually see the market push down, right? And our first TP in this case from that area would be 100 pips, right? Which is not bad, right? So as you can see how this played out, right? This being our bias, right? As you can see, this was our H1 time frame, and we wanted to see the market push down to this area, right? So this, of course, might take time, and anything can happen, right? The market can always change directions, right? That is the reason why we use a stop loss. There is never, any 100% strategy. All right, so that was a nice trade also, and we shared this, right? This was shared in our VIP, right? This was shared in our VIP. You can see this is where this is given, right? And it was not a bad trade, right? It was not a bad trade at all, right? Because it definitely reached our TP1, right? So we'll see how this plays out, right? We'll see how this plays out, and we'll see if it will actually, get down to our area where we would want to see the market push down to. Right, so the last one is GBP CAD, right? Very interesting one, right? As you can see, this was the intraday setup that we had. As you can see, a nice trap above the Asian range, right? The Asian range was not really, blown out that much, 54 pips. We want this to be around 50 pips, right? So it was not really that bad, and we didn't really have, a huge stop hunt. And I mean, these are pound pairs, right? So as you can see, first leg, and you can see how the market gave us a second leg. But as you can see, we didn't just get one leg and then the market dropped. So as you can see, we had a nice confirmed trade close below 13 EMA, and we wanted to see this drop down to these areas right here, right? But if we look at this, right, the area that we're actually talking about, where where we executed this trade was this area, right? And as you can see, this is the same area, and we wanted to see this area, at least get to this area as our TP1. All right, and that was 100 pips, not bad at all. I'm actually still holding this trade. All right, I am actually still holding this trade. So as you can see, if we go to the H4 time frame, right, what we had here was very simple, right? I liked the structure we had with price reacting at a nice sell zone, right? And as price was pushing down, I can't really call this, it's not really that clear, but we can identify 3 levels of pushes, right? So as you can see, as this week began, right, we had the drop, right, and we had a reversal, right, and then we finally had that midweek reversal, right, leading. And as you can see, we had a nice pattern that we were given first leg, and we had the second leg, right, on the other week, which was last week, right? So as you can see, we had the false move week beginning, right, and we had the midweek reversal. So that is the reason why we executed this trade, right? And as you can see, this trade is moved very clearly, right? We can identify a first push, we identified a second push, and we can also see the third push into this 800 EMA, right? So we actually are still holding this trade, right? And I think we're floating around about 400 pips, right? Round about 400 pips for this trade right here. So as you can see, the execution from this area to this area, we're looking at 480 pips plus, right? And this is the signal which we took last week, right? So we also set that in our signal group, right? And we also have been doing updates in our Telegram channel, which is our public channel. And as you can see, I am still holding this trade, right? We actually took some partials. I took because the lot that I had here was 5 lots, right? So we took half of that, took half of the profits, and we are still holding it. I'm about to take my profits now because I'm happy with those profits, right? Okay, so that was very simple. Remember, the market is all about being selective, right? And not not forcing any trades. That's the whole that's our goal at MMK, right? Not forcing any trades. All right, guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions from people about the broker that we use. We use Windsor Brokers, one of the best brokers that we have been trading with. All right, and throughout the years, we've signed up with multiple brokers which manipulated the market and also had ridiculous spreads, right? But this one has been the best thus far. So for those people looking for a reliable broker, which is suitable for our trading methodology, do check out Windsor Brokers. Find the link in the description below and definitely trade with the best broker. All right, guys, we'll talk more on a few pairs that we might be interested in trading this week, right, after this ad. So stay tuned. How's it going, guys? Check out our recommended broker Windsor and discover a world of trading opportunities from Forex pairs, indices, and being able to diversify your portfolio with bouncy FDs. Get more trading power with up to a $10,000 deposit bonus, which you can utilize professionally to maximize gains on your trading account. Start trading now with different deposit methods and fast withdrawals. Sign up by clicking this link in the description below, and this will take you to this page which will be able to sign up and trade with the best broker. Don't forget to join our Telegram channel for free signals and free setups and more educational content. Alright, guys, so what we have for this week is NZDJPY. We actually traded this last week, but we thought we can identify right now. We might have an opportunity to actually write this down to these areas, right? So as you can see, the reason why we are taking this is very simple. We had a nice area right here, just at the 200 EMA. All right, a nice decision point. We can see price has tapped into that area, and I do love the approach back to this area. We can identify a 3D, right, and we can also see a nice break of structure right there. And I love how price moved back to this area. So currently right now, if you go to the M15 time frame, what we can identify here is we have a lock of the peak, right? This peak has been locked, right, with 1350 crossover, right, and we have price moving back to that 50 EMA, and we can also identify a nice order block, right, which we can see clearly in the M5 time frame. This is what we can see. You can see right there how price left that area, breaking structure, right? And we can see our price went back to the area. So a very nice opportunity for us to ride this, right? So if you are watching this at the right time, you know, you might look for opportunities to take this short. But remember what I always say, anything can happen in the market. The goal before you do anything is to make sure that you preserve your capital, right? Preserving your capital is very important. And also looking at this from the daily time frame, we already have the peak locked on the daily time frame, right? And this is a pullback to the 50, right? And it's not really a bad area, right? So we'll see how that plays out. If price can, you know, continue pushing down, we might even see price reach this 800 EMA. So definitely keep an eye on that. All right, guys, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell icon, and also check out our free Telegram channel. Find the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay connected by joining our Telegram channel through the link in the description below for free signals, free setups, and more educational content. Do note that this is our only Telegram channel. Any other Telegram channel with our name or logo is a scam, and do not fall for scams. Cheers.